Welcome back to Season 5, Episode 4 of Teed Up, where everyone's a sports expert.
The podcast that makes you care about sports, including President Connolly.
We're an original podcast created and produced by Long Beach State's student-run newspaper, the Long Beach Current. I'm Maddie C.
I'm Maddie G. And today, it's the two of us. First time we sat across from one another. No guests, no one else here, just us in the building.
Just business.
Celebrating Valentine's the way anyone would. Which I want to start out with a quick little PSA. 88% of men have never received flowers in their life. Bring your pal some flowers.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I'm part of that 88% that's literally never received flowers.
Hey, that's what we do here. Hand out flowers to the pals.
Bro, I'm touched right now. I don't even know if I can continue with this episode. I'm moved.
The idea came to me yesterday at Whole Foods, and I was like, this seems like a good little bit for Teed Up.
Bro,
a good little PSA.
Delicious. Like, I don't know if flowers even smell delicious, but they smell just very good.
And sticking with that theme.
I can feel the love.
Sticking with the love theme. It's kind of what we're going to do here today. We're going to do some newlywed quizzes, and we're going to talk about what made us fall in love with sports. I'll start with you.
What made me fall in love with sports? What a deep question to continue with this touching, sentimental episode. Well, it goes back to being a little boy, playing in the backyard, playing baseball, wiffle ball, basketball, football. I used to play football with myself and my shadow. I'd throw it up in the air, and I'd be looking at my shadow all the time. I kid you not. But I don't know, man. Just playing with my family, my dad, my brother. A lot of good times.
I have to agree. I mean, I played hockey for 15 years.
Hockey in Southern California. What
hockey
a dude.
In Southern California. I mean, roller hockey rinks. I built a rink in my front yard on my driveway. Rink? Yeah, we took the little pieces from the rink when they built a new one. And my dad literally covered our driveway in it.
Me and my little brother, actually, during the break, we've been playing a lot of hockey indoor. We get 2 bins, and we flip them on a side, play with the ball. Got a couple sticks. It's pretty fun.
The classic is mini hockey. Highly recommend for anyone who's never played it. The only downside to that was my dad had bad knees, so he couldn't really play it after, I was 8 years old.
That's tough.
Knees went, but... Yeah, I mean, just playing sports, going to sports as a kid.
Going to sports.
I would go to practices for the LA Kings at their training center in El Segundo. And nowadays I look at it as probably pretty annoying, but we would wait for the players to go to their cars and get autographs because they would walk out of the parking lot. And hockey players, I mean, they're not used to celebrity treatment. Mm-hmm. So you'd find Anze Kopitar just walking out to his Maserati. You'd talk to you in a Slovenian accent. Drew Doughty, any of them.
That's cool. It's something I'd do, honestly.
You do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. You just saw an athlete at work.
Yeah. I saw Florida State quarterback, DJ, what was his last name again?
Ugalele.
Yeah, I saw him at Dick's. Helped him out with some cleats. But, yeah, I saw him. He was wearing a Florida State shirt. Wasn't being very mysterious or nonchalant about it. Wanted to let everyone know. I think he entered the draft, too. I think I saw that.
I think he did.
You told me he got drafted by the Dodgers.
He got drafted by the Dodgers, yeah.
Interesting.
He hasn't played baseball in 5 years, since high school, I think, but he did get drafted. He's not that good at either sport, but shout out DJ Ugalele if you're watching.
Yes, come in, get you a discount. Just kidding.
And then let's move over to first sports memory.
First sports memory. That's tough. I feel like they all kind of just blur. Randomly, I feel like the first sports memory or first even athlete I ever heard of was Kobe Bryant, so when he died, I kind of thought of that, dang, Kobe is the first athlete I think I remember hearing that name. I don't know. The first sports memory that I really enjoy and love is the Giants winning the World Series in 2010. It was the first time they'd ever won in San Francisco. So that was pretty cool. Had some of my favorite players on that team. Tim Lincecum, he was my guy. I was him for Halloween that year. So that was pretty special.
Growing up, I was a Red Sox fan and a Patriots fan. My best friend was from Boston.
Beantown from SoCal.
I adopted all the Boston sports. I went as the what's the green monsters like
Wally.
I went as Wally for Halloween one year,
Nice.
and I had the 2007 Red Sox World Series hat with like the pennant on the side, and I had a green wig that I wore, or orange wig. I think it's an orange wig he has. I completely ruined the hat. It was kind of devastating in the moment, but yeah, I'm pretty certain I remember the 2004 World Series win, just like the moment itself.
You just revealed to the
Oh, I'm an
whole
unk.
unk status,
I
full
was
unk
5 years
status.
old, so
I
I
was
was
1 year old when the Red Sox broke the curse.
Yeah, I was 5, so I had enough understanding of what was happening to remember it. And then I think the Patriots Super Bowls I didn't see and remember. I remember the losses. Like I remember watching the Tyree catch
Mm.
and just being devastated because everyone thinks of the Patriots as being like the all-time greats, and Patriots fans not having any rough moments. But when
Where
you're
was
like
that?
when you're like 7 years old and you just are starting to understand sport, it was brutal watching Eli Manning win twice.
Yeah. Eli Manning broke my heart in 2011. Very next year. I remember crying after the NFC Championship game because of Eli Manning. You know how sad that sounds?
I mean, Eli Manning should be in the Hall of Fame.
I was so glad to see he didn't make it first ballot.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not an Eli Manning guy. He's a 2-time Super Bowl merchant. Outside of that, what'd he do?
I understand what you're talking about. I feel like I already know yours, but favorite sports memory.
Favorite sports memory? Well, there's a lot to choose from being a Bay Area sports fan. 7 championships I've seen, but besides the 7 championships, because those are all, fantastic. One, I'll do a non-championship winning memory. Favorite sports memory, 2015 regular season NBA. Klay Thompson scores 37 points in a quarter. My grandma had died 2 days before that, so it was a pretty rough week, pretty sad. And then 2 days later, Klay scores 37 and a quarter, and that was the first time I was kind of happy for a minute. And I watched it with my dad and my grandpa. So it was his mom, his wife, but that was pretty cool. Watching Klay Thompson just go unconscious, scoring that many points in a quarter was pretty awesome.
I have 2.
Do you remember 2002?
I don't. I
Okay.
don't remember 2002. I know I was an Angels fan because I grew up an Angels fan, and then I kind of stopped watching baseball, like for probably 10 years. So it's not anything related to baseball. But 2012 Stanley Cup win for the Kings.
I do remember that. You
I
guys
know.
were playing
New Jersey.
Yep.
Yeah. And that was the year where like they were just unstoppable. They ran through the playoffs, and like it seemed like something that couldn't be done. Because my dad's been a Kings fan since like the 90s, and they were terrible. And the franchise had been terrible at that point. Like growing up, I'd pay $1 to go watch Kings games. I will say that's also like almost my least favorite sports memory in a way, is them winning the cup
Least
though.
favorite?
Because ever since like tickets went up because it's
That's
LA,
true.
and if
That's
a team's
thing.
good,
Yeah.
people are gonna pay to watch. But before that, the Kings like no one cared about.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't touch them. But I went to the parade. I remember playing Minecraft Pocket Edition while I waited for the parade to start. So that holds
Valid.
up. And then the World Cup in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
That was the year I graduated middle school, I remember. And I went and watched that game instead of going to like the promotion dance
Mm-hmm.
when they played Portugal and drew. And then I went on the Washington, D.C. trip, and I was on the plane. And the entire plane was watching on their like little TVs
Mm-hmm.
the live stream of the Ghana game. And I think that's the one where Jermaine Jones scored. And when he scored, the entire plane erupted. That was the first time I'd ever like got into soccer. I was like, the fact I can move this many people,
Yeah.
crazy.
Special.
Holds up.
What's next on there?
Okay, this one's more for me because I feel like you have no answer for it. But have you ever been close to giving up on your team?
I wouldn't say I've been close to giving up on my team. I would say I've been telling a lot of people this. This is just kind of, I don't know if it really fits the question, but I'd say the past 3 years as being a Warriors fan has been the worst out of any time. And it's not that the Warriors are really bad. It's just they're right in the middle. They've been mid for 3 straight years, and they've only been a few games back in the standings for like 3 straight years.
Yeah.
And they've refused to give Steph any help or make any moves until last week when it's like, we have one of the best players of all time on our team, and we're not maximizing the final years of his career when we only need to make a little bit of help to the margins are just so small, and we refuse to do anything. So it's really killed me inside to be mid. I'd rather be bad than mid.
is the help you're talking about, Jimmy Butler, because I just got an SI notification pop up from my email saying Butler does nothing to help the Warriors.
I mean, we're 3-1 since. I would argue very strongly against that, but that's a whole nother conversation. I saw Jimmy Butler the other night. He was balling. He shoots more free throws than. There's a ridiculous stat. Real quick. He shot like almost more free throws than Steph has in the entire month of January and February combined. And he's been with the Warriors for 4 games. Steph has played 18 games since the beginning of the 2025 calendar year.
Okay.
He's got a good whistle. That's all I'll say.
I have been really close to giving up on a team.
You've had a rough go around though with teams.
The Angels really have killed me because I got really back into baseball in like 2017. The first year when Shohei Ohtani came. Before he blew up, so like obviously it was a big pickup at the time. But Ohtani sucked. Like there's no way around it. Ohtani sucked those first couple years. And like the Angels were almost giving him a reclamation project, letting him try to do both, then he got hurt. But I really got into the team then. It was like, we're gonna make the playoffs. And I've been saying that now for 8 straight years, that we're going to make the playoffs. And I was like a 162er for probably 5 of those years where I just did not do anything but watch games, believe in the team. I was ready to make a blog about the team. And nowadays, it's so hard to get myself excited. And every year I feel like I get to the season, I'm like, I need to find a secondary. Like I flirted with the Giants, I flirted with the A's. I've never flirted with the Padres. I flirted with like the Cincinnati Reds. So many teams where I'm like, I can just go watch this product and enjoy it and not hate baseball.
You know, your answer makes me feel really bad about mine because mine sounds like a real first world problem, being mid, then the Angels
just
were straight
being
poverty.
bottom of the barrel.
So I do feel a little bad, so I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Because, that sounds like hell. So
staying in hell.
Yeah.
Have you ever cried because of sports?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Numerous times. I think the last time, though, was 2016 when LeBron came back 3-1, destroyed the Warriors. Best season of all time. He goes, Cleveland. Yeah, I was crying. I went to my room and cried.
I can't think of an in-game memory, but the Moneyball scene when Scott Hattenberg hits the home run. I remember one time I watched like a YouTube video of the actual moment. I started bawling. I was like, holy shit, like this man is terrible at baseball. No one believes in him, and he just hit this home run, and the tears started like coming down. I was like, sports are so beautiful.
They are. I'm glad your tears were happy, though.
There was another moment, too, where I was watching a documentary about Roman Reigns, and my girlfriend like was making fun of me for it. She sat down for 5 minutes and started crying.
She did?
Yeah, when Roman Reigns said he had cancer.
Okay.
And couldn't come back to wrestling. Like, I was like, see, it's not real, but it makes sense to me.
That's valid.
And then the last one before we get into a little break is the one player you'll never forget.
Trying to think of something a little more obscure.
I can start.
Start with this one.
Mattias Nordstrom for the Kings. He's like a Swedish stay-at-home defenseman. Was our captain for a little bit, but that was like one of my first players. Him and then Matthew Snyder, just because his name was Matthew. It was French, it was spelled like
good name.
Thieu, but Nordstrom wore number 14, and when I played hockey, I wore 14 pretty much my whole life up until I switched to 11.
Obvious reasons.
Yeah, 11 and 88 became the numbers as I grew up, but Nordstrom holds a special place in my heart.
Nice. I'm trying to think of players I'll never forget because I feel like once I learn about a player, I mean, we do immaculate grids and it just sticks with me, so I feel like I don't really ever forget, but
more in the sense of your memory is going to get erased. You can only keep one.
I don't know. I'm just going to give a shout out to one of my favorite Warriors. He rode the bench for a few years. James Michael McAdoo. That was a fun name to say. He became the first player to ever win a G League championship and an NBA championship in the same year, 2015. So shout out to James Michael McAdoo, North Carolina product. Just shout out to him.
That's probably the only time James Michael McAdoo's been mentioned as the player you'd never want to forget. Yeah. I love that for him.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a big day. It's Valentine's Day. We got the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
We got a fish break. It's not only going to be about fish, but I got a selection of names all related to food. The names aren't given. I'm gonna give you some names. Let's see what kind of meals you're crafting.
All right, here we go.
We're gonna start out with 1974 AL Cy Young winner, 5-time World Series champion, 1972 through 1974, and then again in 1977 and 78. Retired as a Yankee.
Retired as a Yankee. I'm going to go down and scroll so I could read. 1974 AL Cy Young, 5-time World Series champion, retired as a Yankee. I'm drawing blanks here.
He's a Hall of Famer, and his
This
number,
is random, but what's his number?
it's retired by the Oakland A's.
Nah, I'm drawing. I don't know why. I'm going to say like Goose Gossage. I know he played for the Yankees.
That's not it, but that's honestly a good guess, sticking with food. Catfish Hunter.
I was going to say him, but I didn't know he played for the Yankees.
Yeah, he retired a Yankee.
Dang.
Okay.
I don't know ball.
I'll give you this one later because I already know you don't know it. But
Right.
Let's stick with sign present. Debuted with the White Sox in 2021 before spending 2 years with the Marlins and then being traded at the winter meetings to the Rangers.
This winter meetings.
This winter meeting. So he hasn't played for the Rangers yet.
2 years with the is it Jake Berger?
Jake Berger. Good pull. Good pull.
Alright.
Finished his career in 2005, wrapping up his final 2 seasons with the Seahawks and Broncos. 1987 Burt Bell Award, and went to Mississippi Valley State College.
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. I tried to trick
The
you
goat.
around with it.
Yeah. I liked it. I like how it was formatted.
No mention of the Giants. No mention of the receiving records. How to keep it easy.
Yep.
Or
The
hard.
Niners.
yeah.
Yeah.
2002 second overall pick. His number 49 is retired by the North Carolina Tar Heels. He forced 52 fumbles in his career.
Julius Peppers.
Hey, you're quick with it.
Yep. I know that one.
2011 stolen base champion. 2007 World Series winner. Spent 7 seasons with the A's, 3 with the Red Sox.
Goated name, Coco Crisp.
Okay. This national team changed its name in 2021. They finished 3rd in the World Cup in 2002 and were quarterfinalists of the 2024 Euros.
Okay, you got me here. I'm just gonna throw one out. The Czech Republic.
Turkey.
Turkey. Okay, you got me.
1993 AL Rookie of the Year. Finished with 299 home runs and a World Series in 2002.
Tim Salmon.
Tim Salmon.
Yep.
That's Kingfish.
Yeah.
This wide receiver was drafted 10th overall by the 49ers in 2009 and played there 6 seasons.
I had his jersey when I was a kid. Michael Crabtree.
Would you say he was a sorry-ass receiver?
No. I like that reference, though.
3-time AL MVP, 4-time runner-up.
Wait, 3-time AL MVP, 4-time runner-up.
Yep.
Could I get a time period?
He's in the 2000s.
2000s, 3-time MVP.
Or 2010s. 2010s.
2010s?
Yeah.
Oh, Mike Trout.
Mike Trout. And then 3-time All-Star, 1984, 1986, 1994. 3-time World Series champion, 91, 98, 99. Giants Walk of Fame, 350 career home runs. Designated hitter.
I got 2 names coming to my head right now.
Let him fly.
Eric Davis? Chili Davis.
Chili Davis.
Chili Davis. There we go.
What are you giving them for Valentine's dinner?
Flowers. And
Cocoa Crisp
Cocoa Crisp, yeah.
with a plate of salmon.
What's the best thing you know how to cook, real quick?
Cod.
Cod.
Yeah.
All right.
Black cod.
It's better than me.
Or Chilean sea bass. Shout out Nobu.
Damn. I know how to make meatball subs.
That's pretty real.
Everyone who's come to my apartment knows.
And then I'm going to kick us off into a sports newlywed quiz. I want to give credit to Owner's Box on YouTube. Did find them. Had the idea for a newlywed quiz. Need
Thank
some
you.
answer help. They had some questions, but we added our own spin. So you give an answer. I give an answer. We don't tell each other until we get there. Does that make sense? Like, you're going to have to guess my answer that I put down.
Oh,
And I'm going to have to
okay.
guess yours.
Okay. Most influential athlete of all time, so I'm guessing yours.
Yeah. I'm guessing yours.
Tom Brady. I know you're a Brady guy.
I was going to go Christian Pulisic.
Okay. All right.
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The player you wish panned out. I got to think for you.
Yeah. Oh, I got one.
Ooh, okay. I think I know mine.
Joe Adele.
No, RG3. I was a big RG3 guy.
All right. I mean, I would have liked to see it, but
James Wiseman.
yes, James Wiseman, Trey Lance, Joey Bart.
There's a
Those
lot.
guys are like the exact same. They all got drafted like number 2 overall, had the exact same careers at the same time period.
Okay, this one, pretty easy, I feel like. Most overrated athlete of all time.
You said it's easy. Hold up. Patrick Mahomes? Wait.
My answer is also going to be my guess for you, I feel like. I think that's going to be the same.
LeBron James?
Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter?
That was my
No,
most
he's not.
overrated
He's not
athlete
the
of all
most
time.
overrated one.
I think so.
Or for
In terms of like where he's held up, the Gold Gloves. I don't
you
see
think
it.
he's a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All
But I
right.
think
At
he'd
least
be
you're not-
overrated Hall of Famer.
Yeah. I agree with that.
A certain somebody at Long Beach State once was considered the next Derek Jeter, which means bad defense.
Off the record. Off the record.
Off the record.
Off the record. He made a lot of errors. That was the comp.
Okay, this one is a debate in the sports world, so it could go either way. Hardest sport.
I have mine. I'm gonna say for you, hockey.
Nah, baseball.
Yeah, it's baseball.
And then I think you're gonna say baseball. Yeah.
Baseball. Baseball's the hardest sport.
As a kid, I always argued it was golf. I
Golf
think
is harder than it looks.
golf is really
Yeah,
hard. I
golf
mean,
is
every
hard.
athlete golfs during the off season, and they all
Yeah.
suck.
Except Steph Curry.
Steph Curry's a good golfer.
He's a very good golfer. He got more Division I offers to play golf in high school than he did for basketball.
Really?
Yep.
So golf's harder than basketball.
Yes.
Okay. Most underrated athlete of all time. Oh, I don't even know what I'm gonna put here.
I'm gonna say something random. I know it's not your answer. Torrey Hunter.
No, I don't even have an answer yet. Actually, I do.
I don't even know who my answer would be.
I'm gonna throw one out for you.
I'll just tell you if I agree with it or not.
Draymond Green.
No.
No.
Or I get where your head's at, and it's a good answer. It's a good answer, especially for me. But Draymond's done. His valuableness is not in the box score,
Okay.
which tells you,
All you need to know.
yeah, when toughness is your biggest strength.
Mine is a player that had a very sectioned off part of his career. Whereas why I think he's the most underrated athlete of all time. It's Andrelton Simmons. I think there was a real
Another
case for
Angel.
Andrelton Simmons
All
to be a
right.
Hall of Famer during the Braves and early Angels
Yeah.
part of his career.
I mean,
And then
he
he
had
fell
like
off a
an
cliff.
Ozzie Smith type run with
Exactly,
Gold gloves, so I
like,
mean, there was that chance.
He looked like someone who would do it, and then just injuries, body fell off.
Yeah,
Tommy LaStella too. Tommy LaStella was
I hate
special.
Tommy LaStella.
He was special for me with the Angels.
I
There was
think
something
we got
about
him the year after he was on the Angels.
He had like an
in
all-star
2021.
season.
Yeah,
And he got hurt.
it was one of those. Oh, Farhan Zaidi, he's cooking. No,
Dodger.
yeah, he went back to the Dodgers
Special
too.
assistant, yeah.
He was a spy from the beginning. I hate his ass.
What sports franchise do you want most to win a championship? I know mine, and I think I know yours. Actually, I don't. No, I do.
I'm gonna. There's the obvious one is the Angels,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna say the Bills.
I
You want
dabbled
Josh-
with it, but no.
Josh Allen to get over the hump.
I need Mike Trout to have a World Series.
Yeah, you gotta get one playoff win.
I've just heard too many conversations of discrediting Mike Trout because he has no playoff success.
He's been playing on shit team forever, so
Mike Trout's in the most underrated conversation.
it's crazy how he went from like MLB whenever they posted something. They
Number
just
one
used the
player.
goat, like they'd use the goat emoji. I gotta go back and find when the last time MLB did that because I don't think they're ever gonna do it again.
I think for you though, it's the 49ers. There's a reason for every team. That's the thing. I know you could say the Warriors, so Steph gets another ring. I know you could say the Sharks because they
They've
suck.
never done it.
And then, but you've never seen the 49ers win.
I have never seen the 49ers win, so you're not wrong with that. I'm gonna throw out a controversial one that no one would probably guess. I want to see the Padres win.
Really?
Even though they're in our division, I've almost become like secondary like joining forces against
The Dodgers.
Dodgers just to oh man, the Padres winning would be like a doomsday for Dodger fans because oh man, I just and San Diego deserves more than one sports team. They should man, I'd like to see a parade in San Diego. I'd like to see the Padres win.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Most controversial sports take.
I got to think about that.
I got two. Number one.
Derek Jeter's not that good.
No. I think steroids are good for baseball. Like, I don't hate steroids personally. I'm not against it at all.
Baseball was at its peak when steroids were being used.
Every player was on them, so it wasn't like disadvantageous really. And then the other one,
offense. We like offense.
True. I think I know one of yours.
All right, let's hear it because I don't even know if I know mine.
Steph is the best player from the 21st century.
in my heart and soul, my sports Valentine every year, of course he is, but I don't know. He's better in some aspects. Loyalty, something a lot of people's king doesn't have. But no, but
you don't have a controversial sports take?
I'm trying to think of one. When I was reading over the script beforehand, I thought it was. I didn't think to make my own. My bad. Most controversial.
I remembered my other one, so I'll let it fly.
Yeah, let it fly.
I don't think the Patriots cheating scandal is as big as people make it out to be. The whole Spygate thing, every team was doing it. Same thing with the Astros and baseball. Every team was using some form of spying.
Especially the Astros. Every team does that.
And it's just one team got caught.
Yeah, and they were good.
They were good.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying. What's up next? MLB player who deserves the Hall. For you, I'm trying to think. Who's an obscure player that you enjoy? This is wrong for you, but are you a Johan Santana guy?
Nah.
I like resume.
I like Johan. I think he should be there. I would say King Felix before him, but my player I was thinking is Barry Bonds. I don't think steroids are bad.
Well, yeah, he should be in. At the top of my list, what irks me is that Tim Lincecum didn't even make it onto the second ballot because Tim Lincecum has like almost an identical one to Johan Santana. Plus, he's got 3 World Series rings. Was the best pitcher in baseball for like 4 years.
Yeah, I think Lincecum.
I'd rather see Lincecum in the Hall than Barry just because I grew up with Lincecum.
Bumgarner.
I think Bumgarner, his D-backs years like screwed him over.
And then Posey. But Posey's going to make the Hall. Yeah.
But Bumgarner, definitely should. Is there any other ones for you besides King Felix? I really want to see McCutchen get in, but I don't think he's going to have the...
Joey Votto.
I think Joey will.
I think Joey Votto will get there, but...
Probably not first ballot, but I think he'll get in.
Yeah, Votto, Felix. I mean, because you can't talk about 2010s baseball without talking about Felix Hernandez. He was arguably the best pitcher in the sport.
Yeah. Just
had no support. Mike Trout. There's a worry in me that Mike Trout is slowly starting to lose his Hall case.
No.
I don't think he is, but the way people talk about the last 7 years.
Even Ken Griffey Jr. got in unanimously, and they have almost a similar. Mike Trout almost has 300 less home runs.
That's what I'm saying. Mike Trout's counting stats.
That's a little crazy.
Mike Trout's counting stats aren't as crazy as they seem. It's a lot of batting average, OPS.
I mean, he won't get in unanimously because there's gonna be some jerk that always doesn't vote because they want to be known.
Ichiro,
exactly.
Come have a beer.
Yep. Yep.
Best sports movie of all time.
Sports movie for you. I'm going to say Moneyball.
Ooh. It's my second favorite. Miracle.
Miracle?
I think Miracle is the best movie of all time.
My favorite sports movie is also my favorite sports movie of all time. I'm not saying it's the best movie of all time, but it's my favorite.
Sandlot?
Nope. I'll give you a hint. There's cartoon characters.
Space Jam?
Yes, Space Jam is my favorite movie of all time. I know you're going to look at me like, did you hear what I said, though? I said my favorite movie of all time, not the best movie of all time.
You're talking about the original one?
Yes, with Michael Jordan. I've watched that movie a million times. Before I went on my first date with my girlfriend, I watched it the night before to get inspired.
Have you watched it since with her?
Oh, yeah, plenty of times.
That one's crazy to me. I thought of Space Jam, but for some reason, the
I
first
don't
thing that
know.
popped in my head was the new one and LeBron. I was like, you can't be a Space Jam fan.
No, I've watched Space Jam a million times.
Okay.
What's next? Sports franchise that needs to relocate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Angels.
I want him to go to Long Beach.
Yes, we would all love that. That would be awesome.
Mine's the Rays. I'm just sticking actual like down to the science.
Where do you want them to move? Away from Tampa?
Canada.
No, I want the Rays to stay in Tampa. I want them to move. I'm not that like invested where the Rays play, but they should play in Tampa Bay because they have never even played there until this year. Actually,
they just get like no attendance.
Yeah.
Like Montreal deserves a team. I think the Expos got
Imagine
screwed.
being the Padres though, and you gotta fly from San Diego to Montreal.
Yeah, but Montreal's gonna get a team.
Yeah.
Nashville too. Nashville's gonna get the next expansion team though. It's where the Negro League Museum's at. Most underappreciated sports movie.
Well,
this was just an excuse for me to throw in one answer.
All right, what's it gonna be?
Surf's Up. I don't even think Surf's Up's underappreciated. I just need a Surf's Up drop. That's like one of the best movies of all time.
Shout out
so
Chicken
inspirational.
Joe.
Cody.
Hey, I love when people admire something for being inspirational because you find it in unique places.
I rarely scroll Instagram, but my entire Instagram Explore feed for some reason is Surf's Up photos and memes. And then the worst part about it though is when I was in Peru, I watched Surf's Up there. I watched it in English. I don't speak Spanish. My girlfriend speaks Spanish, but they're not in English anymore. My Surf's Up memes. They're all in Spanish. So I just have a ton of Surf's Up Spanish videos on my Explore page. An athlete who deserved better.
I mean, an obvious one for you would be Josh Allen.
That's not who I was thinking. I went kind of more obscure.
Josh Allen, Mike Trout.
But Josh is his first name.
Josh Dobbs, the astronaut? No, I'm kidding.
No. Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon.
Pretty sure that's his name. Yeah, Josh Gordon. He's the wide receiver for the Browns who got the like marijuana suspensions.
Yeah, he got like 6 of those.
He got screwed. And like a year later it became legal. And
I forgot about him.
Yeah, I think he played for the Patriots too. Okay, this one I don't know why. I feel like he would have been a Jeremy Lin guy.
I enjoyed me some Jeremy Lin.
You think he deserved better?
I think he's one of the most like culturally influential players ever. And I don't feel like he got wronged really. I mean, he had his moment. He's a legend, People will remember him. I think Dre Greenlaw deserved better when he walked onto the field and tore his damn Achilles in the Super Bowl.
On the first, no, it didn't even play, right?
No, I think it was like the second drive. But yeah, we would have won that game if we had Dre Greenlaw. But
favorite sports video game
for you? I'm guessing you're a big MLB The Show guy.
I love every sports video game, and what I used to do is I would like do franchise modes and download like real draft classes. So MLB The Show's up there. I did one time I would only draft players from Hawaii, Japan, and South Korea because I wanted to build like the best.
What the Dodgers are doing.
Yeah, I like did that before the Dodgers, and it was so fun.
Was ahead of his time.
It was so fun, but we sucked. Like there's like no Hawaiian players that come out of the draft in that game. I'm pretty sure I used like Kai Tom, like the most obscure names were playing on my team, trying to support Ohtani. But no NHL hits.
I like NHL.
Or Trans World Surf.
Haven't played that one.
It was like on the original Xbox, and there's this one spot that I was always like obsessed with. It's a real spot, and pretty much like there's houses submerged by water, and so you could like jump over houses. That was sick.
Pretty cool.
2K?
Not NBA 2K, or it is 2K technically. NBA 2K Playgrounds. Me and my roommate have been grinding on that game for the past like few months. We beat the game. We beat it on all levels. We started on Pro, moved up to Hall of Fame, moved up to Legend mode. It wasn't easy.
Isn't that the one where they look like little tiny people?
No, it's like a cartoon game. NBA 2K Playground. Let me look it up real quick.
These images look weird.
No, it's a fun-ass game. Trust me.
I mean, it kind of has the vibes of like NHL Hits or NBA Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
that
basically
era.
what it was. But yeah, very, very fun game. We played, and ungodly amount of time on that, especially over like Christmas break.
The best bromance in sports.
The one that's brewing up in San Jose, Macklin Celebrini and Will Smith. Shout out to the guys.
Yeah, I don't have one. We'll rock with that one.
All right.
Okay, we got 2 more, and then we got to wrap.
Favorite uniform?
There's some obscure hockey ones I really like. Nah, I'm going to go with the Vancouver Grizzlies.
The like old ones, the ones that look like Germany.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, is
Like
that the one with like
black
red and blue?
yellow?
Yeah, with the cool logo.
Like the V? Or like the killer whale jumping out of the ice?
No, Grizzlies.
Oh, Vancouver Grizzlies. I thought you were talking about the Canucks. Oh,
I love the V jersey by the Canucks, though.
Okay.
People hate it, but
Okay.
I love it.
Oh, yeah. The teal ones are nice. I mean, teal is just a beautiful color.
Yeah, I just think it's one of the best logos. And the neckline. Also, the Arizona Coyotes Kachina. Bring it back.
Yep, bring it back. Shout out Roger.
You got a favorite uniform?
Favorite uniform? I mean, I like the Sharks teal. I like, Sharks teal, Warriors yellow, the ones that say the city on it with the Golden Gate Bridge. Yep, those are my favorite mascot.
I mean, the Rally Monkey.
Is he a mascot?
In a way. I mean, they don't use him as much
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
My roommate convinced his girlfriend that the Rally Monkey was real. And he just hung out in the
Bruh.
in the fountain. But yeah, the Rally Monkey. It's iconic. I mean, it's what sprung the Angels to that 2002 World Series.
Glad I wasn't alive for that, because I'd probably hate that monkey. I'm not a big fan of him because of it, but I'd really have deep passion for. But yeah, favorite mascot, got to go LB the Shark, and that concludes things today. Thank you so much for joining us for Season 5, Episode 4 of Teed Up. Thank you to our video and editor producer, Aidan Swanepoel, our multimedia producer, Elle Nicklin. If you want to stay updated on the latest in Long Beach State sports, check out our website at lbcurrent.com and follow us on socials at lbcurrent. Next week, we're going to have a guest. You guys are going to want to tune in. Stay tuned. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for my flowers.
Of course.
God bless.
Big hearts.
Happy Valentine's Day.